The grid fails, your thermostat plummets to 20 degrees. How do you stay warm? The secret isn't finding heat. It's because you are already a 100-watt space heater. My neighbor's house hit 40 degrees. I was comfortable for 48 hours. They lost their heat. I trapped mine. I'll show you 5 methods tested in 20 degree or cold, including the surprising $15 winner. We'll master your personal insulation, control your home's environment, and create safe, targeted heat. So, how do we trap that 100 watts of body heat? It begins with what you wear, and one heavy jacket is the wrong answer. The secret is layering. Multiple thin layers trap air, creating insulation. Start with a wicking base, add fleece and an outer shell. Don't forget wool socks and a hat. But there's a hidden danger: sweating. Wet clothes are heat vampires. They lose their insulating properties and can lead to hypothermia. If you feel warm, remove a layer. Once your body is insulated, you must insulate your space. Your home is bleeding heat in ways you don't realize. First, kill the drafts. Stuff towels under doors. Next, insulate floors with rugs. Finally, lock your windows. It creates a tighter seal. Don't try to heat the whole house. Choose one small interior room. This is your warm zone. Your combined body heat alone will raise the temperature. Okay, you're layered and your room is sealed, but what if you need to ADD heat? This is where most people make a big mistake, because not all heat is created equal. Why does a campfire feel so much warmer than a heater at the same temperature? The answer is a battle: radiant versus convection heat. Understanding this is the key. Most central heating is convection. It heats the AIR. But in a drafty, unpowered house, that warm air just escapes. You're wasting precious energy. Radiant heat is different. Like the sun, it sends infrared waves that heat you directly, not the air. It's far more efficient when you can't stop drafts. This is why sunlight through a window feels so good. Its radiant heat warms your floors and furniture, which act like batteries, storing and slowly releasing that warmth. So the strategy is simple. During the day, open curtains on south-facing windows to let radiant heat in. At night, close them to trap that stored heat. We understand the science. Now let's build our own personal sun. It's time to show you the $15 method that focuses entirely on efficient radiant heat. Remember our question: why does a fire feel warmer? This is why. Meet the Terracotta pot heater, a miniature radiant heat engine you can build for about $15. The heat source, like tea lights, produces convection heat. The nested clay pots absorb it, get extremely hot, and then radiate that warmth outwards, warming you directly. You need 2 terracotta pots, a bolt, nuts, and washers. Total cost, under $15. The assembly creates a core that superheats and a shell that radiates warmth for hours. Other simple radiant heaters include safely heated bricks wrapped in towels, or even hot water in a sealed bottle placed in your bed. They act as thermal batteries. Another effective option is a simple alcohol heater. It's a roll of toilet paper soaked in rubbing alcohol inside a metal can, burning cleanly for localized warmth. Now you can create heat, but this is where people make fatal mistakes. Before we go any further, we have to talk about the silent killer in a power outage. Never use fuel-burning appliances indoors without proper ventilation. This includes gas stoves or propane heaters. They produce carbon monoxide, a colorless, odorless killer. Your only defense is a battery-powered carbon monoxide detector. This is not optional. If you use any combustion for heat, you must have one in your warm zone. On a safer note, your body needs fuel too. Eat high-calorie foods to keep your internal furnace running. Warm drinks help, but avoid alcohol, which causes heat loss. We have all the pieces: personal insulation, a sealed room, and a safe heat source. Now let's combine them into the ultimate survival shelter inside your own house. Remember the warm zone from earlier? We can make it even smaller and more efficient. Set up a small camping tent inside your sealed room to create a microclimate. Now supercharge that room's insulation. The single biggest point of heat loss is your windows. A spray of water and bubble wrap can reduce that loss by up to 50%. This is the complete system: a bubble wrap sealed warm zone with an indoor tent, safely warmed by a radiant source like the terracotta heater. This is how you stay comfortable. So let's review the 5 key methods: master personal layering, 2. Seal your home. 3. Use passive solar heat. 4. Create a microclimate. 5. Build a safe, radiant heater. This is the difference between my neighbor's 40-degree fall house and my comfortable 48 hours. They had a cold house. I had a layered system of efficient heat management. Staying warm without power isn't about brute force. It's about understanding the principles of heating. You don't have to be cold. You just have to be prepared. If you found this useful, share it with someone who needs to see it. And tell us in the comments, what is your #1 tip for staying warm in a power outage?